Hello everyone, this is Leo and we can start within 5 minutes. So you can leave your comments below and we can start within 5 minutes, okay? Thank you. Okay, we are back. Hello everyone. This is Leo from Argentina, and I am going to make a live stream, a non-official Hytera live stream for all of you. The idea of this workshop is not to make a class or to follow some lessons, but the idea is to collaborate between you and me. Okay, you can leave into comments your experience to share all our experience. So I have so many items to show you. For example, I have the CPS function. You know, the CPS is the software where Hytera provides you to program all or most of this device. Also, I have the Xnms, Smart Dispatch, Smart One. Also, well, I have ICC software. So you can leave into comments what kind of software do you want that I show to you. Okay, so we can wait some minutes so people come to this session. Well, okay, there are so many people into Facebook community, so we can give some time to showing this live stream. Okay, also the idea of this live stream is to test if you are okay with this kind of workshop, with kind of features I'm going to show you. Okay, you can also leave into comments some experience about how to operate these devices. I'm going to show you a little of this device I have here. For example, I have the POC devices. Do you know POC technology? POC technology. Okay, these devices, for example, let me show you better. For example, this device is the PNC380. It's a POC device from Hytera. Okay, I have here. I have two of them. These are the same device. Okay. Also, I have the PNC370. Okay. Here's a comparison of the two POC models. As you can see here in my right hand, I have the PNC380, which have full keyboard. Okay, and in my left hand I have the PNC370. Okay, it has a limited keyboard. Okay, these two models are POC devices. Also, I have a multi-mode device. What is this one? This one is the PDC370. This device is a DMR device, but also it's a POC device. That's what I mean, that it's a multi-mode device. Okay. Okay. You can leave your comments here below if you can hear clearly, if you are if the transmission is okay, without problems, without live stream problems. Okay, and this section here, all this section are DMR devices. Okay, DMR technology. This is the X1E device. Okay, what we have here, okay, this is the PD786G. It's a common device, Hytera device here. I have two of them here, same device. both are PD786G because both have GPS chip inside. Okay. Well, and this is a regular DMR device, non-Hytera brand. Okay, regular device. Also, I can show you the compatibility between Hytera device and a regular DMR device like this one. Okay. Well. Okay. We have some people. I just invited some people into Facebook to come to this workshop. Okay. Okay, as I said, my name is Leo. I work in Argentina right now. I work for a telecommunications company. I am not Hytera employee. Okay, this is non-official Hytera workshop. Just I am a fan of Hytera because I work with Hytera products, but I do not work for Hytera. Okay, I just work with Hytera devices, but not for Hytera company. That's a good point I need to mention. Okay. Well, also I have here some programming cables. This is the cable of the repeater, Hytera repeater, the RD986 repeater. Also, this cable is used to program some Hytera mobiles like MD786. We can program also this mobile with this cable. And here I have the programming cable for the PD7 series. Okay, that's the PD7 which I have here. Okay, this is the same port and the same cable for this device. Okay, so while we are waiting for some people to come here, please leave into comments where are you from, and also tell me if you work with Hytera devices or some other brand. You can leave your comment below. Okay. This is only an English workshop, so maybe later we can make some Spanish, which is my native language, Spanish. So sorry if my English if not sound so good, but the idea is to collaborate with you, and most of these communities where I invite this workshop are in English, so that's why I'm making this review into English. Okay. Well, also I have the possibility of show you how to integrate a PSTN SIP phone connection with DMR devices. That's another thing I can show you, or we can share this kind of knowledge. Okay, so if you change to my monitor, let me show you here. Okay, now you are watching my monitor, and here are the software I just commented to you before. For example, I have the Xnms. This is a Hytera software, and with this software you can analyze all kind of traffic, IP traffic by SNMP protocol. That's a cool software from Hytera. Also, this is the ICC software. These ones are the ICC software, which is also Hytera software, and you can use it at a 911 environment. Okay. Well, all this software, for example, this one is the RDAC software. which is the older version of Xnms. So this one was one of the first software that allow you to monitor your repeaters and your system, your DMR systems, and also it is based on SNMP protocol. But this one, Xnms, is the new version of analytics. This one is the dispatch software, Hytera dispatch software, which is called Hytera Smart Dispatch Client, and this one is the new one, which is called Smart One Dispatch. Did you hear about this software before? Please leave into comments. Okay. Well, these another icons are for Hytera Smart Dispatch, which are about configuration. These ones. Okay. Okay, I have the CPS, which is customer programming software. This is the version number 8, and this is the version number 9. Okay, 2 versions. Okay, and this is the client of Xnms. Okay, you can leave your comment if you want me to show you some of this software. You are welcome. Okay. Okay, we can start showing you about the CPS. Okay. What's the CPS? What's the CPS function? Okay, CPS is the regular Hytera programming software. With this software, you can program most of Hytera devices. For example, all PD7 devices can be programmed by CPS. Also the X1E, all X series can be programmed by CPS. Okay, 7 series, 9 version. Also, you can program 9 version. Also repeaters can be programmed by CPS. You need to be sure, or you need to keep in mind that if you are using, for example, some devices which have inside the firmware number 8, version number 8, you must use CPS number 8, which is this one. CPS number 9 cannot be used to program older versions, firmware versions like version 8, version 7. CPS number 9 can only program firmware version number 9. Okay. Also, if you have, for example, firmware version number 7, you can use CPS number 8 because it is higher version. But you need to keep in mind that if you are using CPS number 9, you cannot program older device. Okay, just the minimum version of firmware that you can program with CPS number 9 is version number 9. So you need to keep in mind this thing. Okay. Well, I have here some devices which have the firmware version number 8, so I need to use CPS number 8. Okay. Okay, I'm starting CPS number 8, and I'm going to show you how it looks like when I connect the device with this software. Okay. Okay. This is the CPS number 8, and here I have the PD7A6 device. Okay. I just connected the programming cable, and the other end is into my laptop right now. So the first thing you need to do is to read the device. Okay. So I make a click into read, then it asks me which port, which communication port is used. So the only one is USB number 1. So I click on OK. Okay, and now the software is reading all the configuration of this device. So we need to wait some minutes. Okay, read successfully. And here we can view all the possibilities of the configuration that this device has inside right now. Okay, so for example, here is the radio information section where you can view all the technical specification of this specific device. For example, the serial number, model name. Remember, this is a PD786G. Okay. Well, this is a model type, portable. This is the frequency range. Okay. So this information is specific to each device. Okay, here in Future Control, you can view all the license that this device has inside. For example, this device has a roaming license, which is a paid license. Okay. Also, it has the remote monitor license. Okay. Okay, now we can make some tests, and we can show how to make some basic configuration into this device. For example, remember that these devices are DMR2 digital devices, right? So this specific terminal has already the DMR trunking license. As you can see, for example, XPT means extended pseudo trunking license. That's why it shows here some XPT trunking configuration. But most of device which doesn't have the XPT trunking license will not show this section. Okay, so we need to focus only for this test into conventional section, which is a regular DMR2 configuration. Okay. For example, in general settings here, you can view, for example, some configuration that is a common configuration. Okay, this other section, for example, let me show you. We have, for example, channel. You have both technologies. Remember that these devices are DMR, but also they are analog devices. So you have here all these digital channel configuration. For example, I have here one channel which is a repeater channel. If I make double click on it, we can view all the regular digital channel configuration. For example, here you can give a name. Okay, a color code, the number of slot where you want this device communicate with the repeater. You can select between slot number 1, slot number 2, but also you can use a mix of them, which is a pseudo trunk option. Then you have some checkbox here where you can check some additional options, and the important part of this session is the RX and TX. RX and TX. Here you can set up the frequency of RX and here the frequency for TX. Receiving frequency, and transmission frequency. Okay. Also here you have the RX group list, which is the list of some digital channels you want to listen using this channel. Okay, for example, here you can use RX group list Intepla, and here you have which other channels are involved into Intepla RX group. For example, in this case I have only Intepla channel, but also you can add some other channels. So for example, if I make like this, okay, so the RX group list is called Intepla, right? But into member list I have selected Intepla and Muni Prueba. So here into digital channel Intepla, if I click on RX group Intepla, we can listen Intepla, but also you can listen this channel. Because here you have Muni Prueba. So, for example, into contact list, you can view that Muni Prueba has the call ID number 110 and the Intepla has the 726 call ID. So these communications can be listened if I click here RX group list Intepla. So that's a good point. If you want to listen many channels, okay, you can operate like this. Okay. Well, so once you have here all the channels defined, then you need to add this channel to the specific position of this knob. For example, if you want to talk by Intepla frequency into channel or knob position number 1, you need to go to zone, here zone, and you need to move from left to right all the channels you need to operate into specific order. For example, I have here Intepla and this is Directa. Intepla is located into position number 1. So what does it mean? If I select the channel number 1, we are going to operate into Intepla frequencies, and the channel number 2 is called Directa. Directa means in Spanish language DMO operation. So DMO means that you can transmit from this device to these other devices, okay, without using a repeater. So if I click on the Directa here, Directa have the same frequency into RX and TX fields. Okay, so this device will transmit into this frequency, but also it is operating as receive mode into the same frequency. So that's why this device can transmit into this frequency, and these all adverse device can listen because are into the same frequency. Okay, in this case, which is a non-DMO mode, you have different frequencies for RX and TX. See what I mean? So this is the repeater operation. So okay, we can make some tests. For example, let me open it. Okay, let me show you. Okay, this device has the same configuration like this device we are reviewing before. So let me show you. When I select TechNoob into position number 2, the display indicates that it is in DMO mode. So if I click here, let me show you. If you press the PTT button here, hello. Okay, hello. It's not working because I think that this device has a different frequency. So we can watch it. Let me show you. Let me show you which frequency does it have into DMO channel. Okay, so go back to my screen, like here. We need to focus into this frequency. Okay, this frequency is 465. We can copy and we can read this other device. Okay, it asks me about save changes. No, not now. Okay, now I am reading this other device which didn't work with this device, so we need to be sure which frequency does it have. Okay, the read is complete. Now I am going to go, just one moment, conventional, digital channel, directa, and as you can see, it has a different frequency. So I'm going to copy and paste the other frequency, and now we can write this configuration into device. Okay, that's the critical part because we are programming the device. Okay, some seconds. Okay, it's okay now. So the device is still writing. Let me show you. It's still writing, and after that it will reboot itself. Still writing. Okay, that's a beep. It is rebooting now. Okay, so we can disconnect the cable right now, and now if I press the PTT button into this device, it should work. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, the device is still not working, so we need to be sure another thing. Let me show you. Let me show you why this device cannot communicate together. So this is the device. Let me read again. Read. Okay. Okay, we are reading again, and we are going to review why these devices cannot communicate each other. That's a good point to show you what you need to keep in mind when you program DMR terminals. Okay. Okay. You need to focus into some parameters. For example, here when you go to DMR services contact, you need to check that Directa call ID number. For example, Directa has the call ID number 1. Okay, call ID number 1. And for example, this other channel, which is Laboratorio, but it is a wrong name because it is in the call name, call alias. It has the 726. Okay, so I am going to write these IDs into my notepad so we can compare these values into the other device. Okay, most of you already know that DMR must use an ID number for each device, but also you need an ID number for each channel. Each channel you need to use. So you have the Directa into Spanish language, which is DMO. In this terminal has the call ID number 1. Okay, and in Tepla, which is repeater, has the 726 call ID. Okay, call ID. So let me show you which configuration have this other device. For example, this other. Okay, these other devices. Okay, I connect this other, and then I am going to read again. Save changes no. Okay. Okay, it's reading now. Just a few seconds. Okay, it's okay. Now we need to go to the same section, Digital Common DMR Services, contact, and here, as you can see, has a different call ID number. So that's the reason why this device cannot communicate to this device into DMO mode. So what I'm going to do right now is to change this call ID number 3 to call ID number 1, which is the other call ID number which have this other device. Okay, so let me change here. Call ID is number 1, and in Tepla is the same number for the other device, 726. Okay, so this ID matches without problem. So the frequency is okay and the call ID number is okay now. So the next step I need to do is to write this device again with the right configuration. So it is writing, just a few seconds. Okay, it's okay, so we need to wait for the terminal reboot. It is writing. It is writing. LED blinks into red color. Now it is green. It is rebooting itself. Hytera logo, alias. Okay, so it must work now. So let me try. Let me give it a try. Okay, DMO and DMO. Okay, let me show you. Hello, 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 hello. It is working now. Okay, and I can press this one. Hello, 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 hello. It is working. So what we watch right now is that the basic configuration of a DMR radio. So you need to focus into two parameters: the frequency and also the contact ID. Okay, which is the wrong ID we have before. So that's a reason why these devices cannot communicate before. Okay, so we are into DMO mode. Okay, from this device to this device and vice versa. So if I if I press the PTT into any of them, I can communicate. Okay, so I need to show you now another thing about the repeater mode. Remember, we have two channels. Okay, we have the, let me show you into the screen. Okay, right now we have two channels here into zone. Remember, zone is the position, the real position of this knob at the top of the device. So you can select between these two channels. For example, Intepla has the position number 1. Okay, position number 1, and Directa has the position number 2, which is the same channel we test recently. So if I change both devices into position number 1 here and number 1 here, we are going to use an external repeater which is listening the RX frequency and is transmitting into the right transmission frequency, which is, let me show you, these two frequencies. Okay, they are different. So if this device is located into position number 1, both devices, and if I make, let me show you, if I make a test, hello, 1 2 3 1 2 3, let me show you something. 1 2 3 1 2 3, sorry, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. The devices are so close, so that's the reason why the signal is cancelled. So let me show you. Hello, and also hello. Okay, it is working now, but it is not into DMO mode. The signal from this device is going to the repeater and also is going back to this other terminal. Okay, so this repeater is interconnected by IP to my Office LAN VPN network. So what's the possibility we have? Which possibilities do we have if we interconnect the repeater by IP into some networks? Okay, let me show you something. I can go back to my screen here. Okay, we can close it. We can go to the Xnms client. Okay, password. Let me write it. Okay. Oh, sorry, I have. Okay. Now I am accessing to the Xnms software, which is a Hytera software, as I said before. So what we have here is a real topology of my real system we are testing. For example, we have two terminals, two PD786G. We have a client computer. This computer I am showing to you. Also, we have a server, which is a server is located into my office. I can access it by BNC. BNC. Let me show you. I am accessing right now. Let me show you. Okay, this is the server. Here is this one. Okay, it is a Windows-based server. You need to keep in mind that most of Hytera software runs into Windows environment. Okay, Windows OS environment. So what we have here is a Windows Server 2012, and here I have the Xnms server running. So if I make double click here, you are going to view, okay, you are going to view all the configuration of Xnms. So all this information is necessary to provide Xnms services. So these other computer you are watching right now is a client. All this communication into the same network. This is a repeater I talked before. The same repeater where these devices are communicating. So with this software you can monitor all the traffic for this specific repeater. So if I press the PTT button into this device, you are going to view which slot is busy. For example, I have slot number 1 and slot number 2. Both slots are the same repeater. And here, if we go back to the configuration, you find here that the operational slot is the slot number 1. And remember, I talked to you before that you can select between slot number 1, slot number 2, or a mix of all of them, which is pseudo trunk mode. So as these devices are programmed right now into slot number 1, you should view into slot number 1 a kind of block, which is the communication, the ongoing communication between this terminal to the repeater. And this block should be into violet color, which is voice call. So let me show you if it is true. It's true. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the block what I thought. Let me show you again. Okay, this is the entire software like this. So this is the violet block I talked before, I mentioned before. So hello. This is a test. This is a test. I released the PTT button and the block finished. Okay, so this is a cool software where you can use to view some results about your repeater. For example, you can review here in diagnostics, you can review some critical parameters. For example, the voltage, 13.6 volts. You have the temperature, which is 32 Celsius degrees. The VSWR value, which means that the all the RF section is working okay. The TX power, which is right now into 0 watts. 0 watts. And if I press the PTT button, you need to view that this value increases to the value we define into the repeater. Okay, I am pressing right now the PTT button, and you can see that the repeater is transmitting with 45 watts. Okay, when I release the button, this value must go to 0 value. Okay, so that's a good point. Review. Okay, this is the RX and TX PLL. Some different configurations on some different information about repeater. Okay. Also, we have here the details. You can refresh them, and you can get all specific parameters for this repeater. For example, this is the name. This is the radio ID. Remember the ID number we talked before. Each DMR device, not only terminals but also repeaters, must include a radio ID number. So repeater has inside the 1000 number. And if we go back to CPS and go back to Digital Common Basic section, you will find that this terminal has inside the 102 radio ID number. Okay, all these IDs must be different. Okay, so okay, we have the frequency, which should be different for these device frequencies. I mean, this frequency into repeater should match with the RX frequency into terminals, and TX frequency into terminals must match with the RX frequency with the repeater. must be switched. Okay, so we can confirm that here. For example, Rx frequency is 455 into repeater. So if Tx frequency is 455 into repeater, Rx frequency into device should be 455. So we can go back to the Hytera channel, digital channel. Hytera digital channel. This device has a different frequency. Let me show you again. Maybe we need to read again because maybe I switch when I scroll down. Let me read again. Okay, I connect the radio, read. No. Okay, I am reading the device right now. A few seconds. Okay, read successfully. Now we can go back to digital channel. Conventional channel, digital channel, Hytera. Okay, it's okay now. The frequency is 455. Okay, 455. The Rx frequency, reception frequency, and Tx frequency is the same. Okay, and it is switched, Tx and Rx. And Rx frequency is 465, which is the same frequency here into Tx. Okay, Tx 465, Rx into repeater 465. Okay. Okay, we can continue with this Xnms software. This software allows you to change some basic parameters. For example, if you need to change the repeater high power, you can change like here. For example, I should read as I did before with CPS. I make a read and then it gets the actual or the current high power value. For example, now the repeater is configured as 35 watts and a lower power with 5 watts. So if I need to increase this value, I can select the value and then I can make a write. Also the channels, for example, the first thing I need to do is to read, and here I have all the channels defined into repeater. So the main channel is digital channel and it's transmitting with high power level, which is, in this case, sorry, I make a read again, 35 watts. Okay. Also, I can change some network information. For example, I can change the third-party server IP, which is the IP where the repeater is pointing and sending all the traffic, for example, to an external dispatch station like Smart Dispatch or Smart One software. So this IP should be the correct IP for the dispatch station, and this other Xnms IP should be the same IP for the Xnms server software. Remember that I said before that Xnms software, it's a SNMP protocol based. So I have here the Xnms server, and if I Let me show you. Let me show you. Okay, the connection may be lost. Let me connect to the VNC. Just a few seconds. Okay, it's okay now. This is located in another place, so that's the reason I need to join by VNC. Okay, it's okay now. So if I make this command, which is the IP config, you will see that the current IPv4 is 192, sorry, that 168, that's 0, that 15. Okay, this is the IP I need to configure here to make all this traffic into that PC, which is running the Xnms server. Okay. Well, this is the SNMP port, should be this number, and these are all values I need to get from repeater. For example, if I need to get broadcast trap enable, I need to check this, and if I need to get local machine trap enable, I need to click here. Okay. Okay, also we have here the phone service, which is the possibility to integrate repeaters or entire DMR2 with PSTN or SIP configuration. Okay, I also have this interconnection already. Okay, and okay, also we can upgrade the software of the repeater by here. We have some query section. We can select between two dates. For example, I'm going to select today is 25, so I can go another day, 25, conventional system, query, and we can get why it is not working. Let me see. Today is 25. Let me go to the future, 26. Also we can go 2023. Okay, there's no data right now. I need to check it later. I don't know why it is not showing the correct information, because we need some tests. We made some tests and the information is not showing. Let me check here. Maybe service query is not the correct section. Let me try like this. Oh, there is no information. I need to check. Sorry. So this is the statistics. Let me try here if I can get some reports. No, I think that there is a problem with database. Maybe I didn't configure it correctly, so that's the reason, because I am not getting some information. Because dates are okay, but I cannot get some information. I don't know why, because this section you need to get. You should get some information about which calls were made before. For example, if you call someone into this period of time, you need to get the log here. Okay. Okay, we have here some system information that is not some specific information, so that's not important right now. Okay, the most important part is here. For example, we can show you some extra information. For example, if you press the PDD, you get the violet block, okay, because it is now transmitting, communicating from this to another device. When release, violet block finish. But for example, if I send a text message, you need to get some green block report here. Let me show you. I'm going to send a message. Let me write some basic ABC. Okay, ABC. Let me show you. That's okay. ABC. So now I can send this message okay. Message the other is received, and if I go back to my screen, you will get a short green block here, which is the period of time that the slot number 1 of this repeater were busy sending this kind of data to other devices. So the message went from this device to repeater. The repeater replies the message to this other terminal, and this period of time was into green color. So let me send another message. Let me select again, okay, and you will get here the period of time that the repeater used to send this message. Okay, so if this device transmits GPS position, you will get a green block. Okay, then if you RRS means radio registration service. So this beacon is sent when the device is off and when the device is on. So let me show you. I am going to turn it off. Okay, the device is turned off, and you will get the RRS information. RRS information is the information that the radio sent to repeater to notify all terminals that this was off. Okay, so some moment before the device was truly off, the device sent this report, and the repeater transmit this report all devices. So all devices, also the system, now know that this device is off. Okay? So that's an important one, because you can make some programming software, which is, for example, if you use Smart Dispatch, when this device is off, Smart Dispatch turn the color of the icon related to this device. So when this device is on, send the RRS to the repeater send to the system, and Smart One turn the icon of this radio into blue color, which means that this device is on. And when I turn it off, the Smart One change the icon into gray color. So gray color means that this device is off. And how Smart One can realize that the devices are on or off? Well, using the RRS beacon. So if I turn it on again, let me show you. I am going to turn it on, and a few moments later you will see another RRS beacon into red color. Just give some seconds. It should be. Maybe I have not better signal here. Let me turn it off again. Okay, it received. Now I am going to turn it on again. Okay, I don't know why this terminal doesn't send the RRS when it is on. It should be, but I don't know why. Okay, the RRS value now is notifying that this device is on. Well, we can change the okay, this is the RRS. Maybe it takes some period of time to send it, because maybe this device is not sending the RRS immediately after it is power on. Okay, that's a lot of RRS beacons. The green color GPS. So this device must be sending GPS signal into these green blocks. Okay. Well, I'm going to show you another thing. For example, I have this device. This device receive the messages I sent before. Oh, sorry. Send the 2 messages we sent from this other device. Okay, let me show you another thing. Let's go CPS right now here, and I'm going to change this slot for this channel into slot number 2. Then the next step is to write this device. Okay, now it is writing. It is writing. It is writing right now. Okay, it took some moment. It takes some time. Okay, it is writing now. Let me give it some time. You can leave into comments where are you from, where are you watching from. Okay, it is okay now. So this device must transmit all the information when I press the PDT button by slot number 2. So if I go back to the Xnms and then I press the PTT button. Hello. Now the violet block is crossing the slot number 2. Okay, and this device, hello, is not working because this device is waiting some information about Intepla group into slot number 1. So that's the reason why this device is talking right now. As you can see here, violet block, the device is completely off. Okay, so if I want that this device can communicate, I need to switch operations the same number as I made in this device. Let's back to CPS. First, you need to read. Oh, I can cancel it. Okay, read. The reading process is a little faster than writing process. Okay, read successfully. It takes some seconds to refresh. Okay, here we go. DMR, sorry, channel, digital channel, blah. And we can make two things here. We can change the slot operation to slot number 2, but also we can use this third option, which is pseudo trunk. Pseudo trunk is a mix of two channels. For example, if some channel is if some conversations is crossing by slot number 1 and I select here pseudo trunk, this radio will switch itself to channel number 1, to slot number 1, sorry. And if another communication is crossing by slot number 2, if I click on pseudo trunk, also this terminal can switch itself automatically to slot number 2. So in this case, I'm going to use pseudo trunk. Remember that we configure here slot number 2, and remember that its radio now is going to have pseudo trunk operation slot. So I change here, I make a click on write, okay. Okay, it is downloading all the information from the CPS to the radio right now by USB. Okay, just a moment. The radio must be ready within a few seconds. It is writing. Okay, it reboots itself. So go back to the Xnms, and I'm going to press the PTT button with this radio, which have the slot number 2, and this other radio has the pseudo trunk in operation mode. So I'm going to make a press the PTT here. Hello. Let me increase the volume. Okay. Hello. Okay. Now device can communicate because these are transmitting into slot number 1, and this is pseudo trunking mode. So that's all we can do with this Xnms software. Okay, if you have some questions, you can leave into comments right now. I'm going to give you some time to read all comments, and if the moment I'm going to finish this live stream, and maybe we can make some others live streaming showing you some advanced features with CPS. Also we can show smart software. We can show PSTN SI phone integration. So this is the possibility of making some regular phone calls from a regular cell phone to the DMR radio. So that's a very interesting feature we can make using Hytera devices. Okay, I think there is not there is no questions, so I am going to finish this live stream. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much to all of you and we can coordinate into another moment. We can coordinate into Facebook groups which day you want that we can continue with all these other features. Okay, so thank you very much for showing. This is Leo from Argentina. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, you can visit my own personal website, and we can meet together in another video streaming in these days. Okay, thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.